Former President Rodrigo Duterte says he was responsible as the International Criminal Court took him into custody to face charges of crimes against humanity over his war on drugs. The International Criminal Court, based in The Hague, believes there are reasonable grounds to charge Duterte with murder as a crime against humanity as an indirect co-perpetrator during the anti-drug campaign that rights groups estimate killed tens of thousands. In a video taken before his arrival in The Hague on Wednesday, March 12, Duterte says he will be responsible for all his actions.
I think this is something to do with the law and order noon. At sinasabi ko naman sa mga pulis, military na trabaho kayo at ako ang managot. So ito na nga. For all of the whatever happened in the past, ako na yung nag-front sa ating law enforcement pati military. Sinabi ko na I will protect you and I will.
The court rules on the world's most crimes, including war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. A spokesman confirmed Duterte was in court custody after he arrived in Rotterdam by private jet on Wednesday. A vehicle thought to be carrying Duterte drove into the International Criminal Court Detention Center in The Hague, past a crowd of dozens of supporters, some shouting "Bring him back" and waving national flags. According to the International Criminal Court, after Duterte's arrival, a hearing will be scheduled following his initial appearance before the court. The International Criminal Court says that during the hearing, the chamber will confirm the identity of the suspect and the language in which Duterte is able to follow the proceedings. The International Criminal Court adds that the chamber will also satisfy itself that Duterte has been informed of the crime, which is alleged to have committed, and of his rights under the Rome Statute, which is the court's founding treaty. The Philippines quit the International Criminal Court in 2019 on Duterte's instructions. But the tribunal claims jurisdiction over killings up to then, including once in the southern city of Davao when Duterte was mayor. Duterte was arrested on March 11 at Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Duterte's drug war left at least 6,000 people dead, but human rights groups reported the death toll to be at least 20,000 as several of these were extrajudicial killings. The Philippine Embassy to The Hague in Netherlands says it sent assistance to former President Rodrigo Duterte, who is now under the custody of the International Criminal Court based there. Duterte arrived in the Netherlands late Wednesday evening, Manila time. In a post on Facebook, the Philippine Embassy in the Netherlands said that in view of the winter season in Europe, they have prepared, procured, and delivered winter clothing, change of clothes, and care packages for the former president. The same package was also turned over to the accompanying delegation of Duterte and the plane's crew members at the airport. The embassy also says the Netherlands immigration authorities granted 2-day visas to those who escorted the former president, including his nurse and aide, to enable them to rest and recover for their return flight. Meanwhile, former Executive Secretary Salvador Majaldea, who also accompanied the president during the flight to Hague, was issued a 15-day visa as counsel of the former president. He has been granted permission to visit the former president at the International Criminal Court Detention Center. The embassy also says they called the attention of the International Criminal Court officials and Netherlands Ministry of Foreign Affairs officials on the need to closely attend to and monitor the medical and physical conditions of the former president. According to the embassy, the Philippine law enforcement authorities turned over Duterte to officials of the Judicial Cooperation Unit of the Office of Registry of the International Criminal Court. Duterte was then brought to the International Criminal Court Detention Center in Scheveningen, The Hague. Duterte was arrested at Ninoy Aquino International Airport on Tuesday, March 11 upon his return from Hong Kong. He was then transferred to Villamor Air Base headquarters before boarding a chartered plane which brought him to The Hague. Duterte is a subject of an arrest warrant before the International Criminal Court over crimes against humanity. Duterte was the chief architect of the bloody war against illegal drugs during his administration. The majority of Filipinos believe that fake news is a serious problem and found it difficult to spot, according to a social weather station survey conducted last month. The survey, which was commissioned by Stratbase, showed that 59% of respondents believed the problem of fake news on the internet and social media, such as Facebook, X, and YouTube, was serious. On the other hand, 20% thought the problem was not serious and 21% said they were undecided. Meanwhile, 62% of respondents thought that fake news in traditional media such as television, radio, and newspapers was serious, while 18% said it was not serious and 21% said they were undecided. The survey also asked Filipinos to assess their ability to identify fake news in the media. The results show that the majority, or 65% of respondents, thought it was difficult to determine if news or a piece of information that they had watched, heard, or read on TV, radio, or social media was fake or wrong. Of this number, 43% said they thought it was somewhat difficult, while another 22% said it was very difficult. Only 23% said they thought it was somewhat easy to spot fake news in the media, while another 12% thought it was very easy. Strat-based Group President Lindo Manhit says the results highlighted a troubling reality that fake news remains a serious threat in the Philippines, both online and in traditional media, especially during elections. He also warns about foreign interference and malign influence operations on social media, particularly the social media activities of Filipinos who express support and echo pro-China narratives. The survey was conducted among 1,800 respondents nationwide from February 15 to February 19 and had a margin of error of plus or minus 2%.